Okay. Whoa. That's a long reach. It's a really long arm. Good morning. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to go to some old friends. The Aquarian Tarot. This is the tiny tarot in a tin. Tarot in a tin. Tiny tarot in a tin. By US Games. I love the tarot in a tin. Poker size. I also have the full-size deck. Not an original edition. I think it came out in the late 70s or early 80s. But it was reprinted several times by different publishers. I do have an 80s print that has the background goes all the way to the edge. They're lovely cards. They give a kind of mellow, melancholic read, but the artwork is sensational, as you will see. Artwork by, his name should be right here on the front, David Palladini, illustrator. Okay, what have we got in store? I'm ramping up for Sunday night movies, which for various regions, it's only going to be posted on IGTV, which is the Instagram channel. I have reasons for that. I may change my mind, but I'll try to post a link on Facebook that will allow everyone to access it. I may change my mind about that, like I said. We'll see. We'll see. Still in the planning processes of that, but I'm excited to do Sunday night movies. So, okay. Nine of Swords, get you. Moving down to the Fool. You can see the artwork, why I love these cards. With the King of Swords as our action. And underneath, the Nine of Pentacles. We get a little more insight here. I like that. Okay, we have a hard message this morning. It's not a hard message. It is, our clarifiers are the Devil, the Hermit, and the Six of Cups. Okay, so, looks like what we got here is, we've got to move out of this energy, anxiety, overthinking things. I don't know what to do. I can't take this anymore. This is just really not feeling great. Mental anxiety. It's all thoughts. The thing about the Nine of Swords, it is all thought. I mean, you can see here the swords are on the wall. They're in the, it's almost like they're a dream, you know? And the woman in the picture is just freaking out. And we want to move to this energy. Now, this is a rather debonair Fool for most, for most decks. A Fool isn't ignoring things. It's just starting over again. He starts over. And the beautiful thing about the Fool is he is a clean slate, and takes a leap of faith. Leap of faith. Now, what we see here is the Fool is moving, looking at the Nine of Pentacles, which is having everything you need, total abundance, complete self-reliance. You got it all. Everything's good. Everything's good and comfy and even luxurious. This is the luxury card. That is not a bad thing. That's what the Fool is looking at. Now, our action here is the King of Swords. King of Swords is just like not having it. Doesn't put up with crap. Now, the Queen of Swords is, I think I've mentioned before, is you know, the Queen of, what did I say? Master of not giving a shit. King of Swords, the difference between the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, they both have discernment. King of Swords is making a decision, and he just makes a clear decision. And that's his action, right? Just make a clear decision. And what are you making a decision about? Well, this is it right here. Look at this. Look at the way these cards came out. This is why it's a little bit of a rougher message here. Okay? The Devil here came up before, and you can see why I mentioned in the Trungles deck I was a little confused by the Devil, or not so on board, is because it didn't have that sort of punch, although I did have an insight about that particular illustration last night in a reading that I did for myself, which I will share next time Devil comes up. But the Devil is like getting bound up and stuff. It can be codependency, addiction, but basically it's like getting bound up in stuff that you got yourself into. So anything that you're feeling now or thinking now that is this, all you got yourself into it, and you can get yourself out. And this is your guy. Just say no. But really what is going on here, this is the addiction. This is the codependency. This hermit thing that we're all in, and wishing it would go back to the way it was. Right there. Ouch. That is a rough message. That is really hard. But it's not saying it's not going to go back to the way it was, but it's saying you're thinking about this, you're focused on that, right? While you're focused on that, it's creating this. And if you take a different trio of cards here, make that clear decision and say, no, I got to take a leap of faith. Then you get this, right? Isn't that cool? Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like a kindergarten teacher. Isn't that cool, kids? So, yeah. Get yourself out of the funk. Find your own way out of the funk. Find your way out of the funk, man. This is you can do it. This card would not come up if you couldn't, right? It's all on you. But the beauty of all of this is it's just thoughts. It's just thinking. It's just your frame of mind. So, it's not about distractions or diversions or activity. Just make the commitment, set the intent, and make the decision. I am committed to taking a leap of faith that things are going to work out for me and everyone. And let me tell you, I've said this a couple of times. I don't think I've said it on screen here, but I learned from one of my tarot teacher. She has a phrase, and I thought it was silly at first, but it is absolutely astounding. When you get in this headspace, something happens, something ridiculous, you lose a $10 bill out of your wallet, you get into an argument, your boss isn't going to give you a raise. It doesn't matter what it is, or the scope of it, or the scale of it. first thing when those negative thoughts come, when you start to freak out about things, the very first thing that you do, you can say it any time, but the very first thing that you do is you say, everything's always working out for me. Just stop whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing, just say it. Everything's always working out for me. I swear to God, the power of that statement, it breaks the cycle of the negative thinking right up and allows you to consider other possibilities. So all this stuff goes away. Like, devil, he's gone. It just breaks it up. And you don't have, and the beauty of it is you don't have to think of how. That's where we get caught up, I think, is we like, I need to know how this is going to work out. Forget about that. Just say it. Just, everything is always working out for me. And really, that is the message of this spread this morning. Everything's always working out for me. I mean, look at it. He just sets the intent. He doesn't know how. Fool, right? But look what happens. Look at that beautiful garden. Don't you want to be this androgynous person? It's a female. Traditionally, Nine of Pentacles is a woman. But yeah, the woman living in her luxury and abundance in her gated garden with her, that she's worked on, that has, that she's able to share and host parties in, and maybe people help her work on it. I mean, blah, 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 blah. You can create all those scenarios instead of these scenarios, right? So say it with me. Everything's always working out for me. The power of that statement, let me tell you, I've only been working with it maybe 6 months. The power of that statement has allowed me to transcend all kinds of caca. And I can tell you that everything has worked out and will continue to. Everything's always working out for me. I will see you later. Looking forward to Sunday night movies. Have a fantastic Friday.